Uh, Hi guys. So this is an interview question that has been asked by the panel for React.js developer in Value Labs company. So the panel gave me this array of objects which has, and in each object we have ID, name, age and salary. And the panel asked me to do these four things with this array. First step is to sort the items by ID. So if you see the order 1 4 2 3 2 5 3 is the order, right? So the first step is to sort them by order of ID in ascending order. Second step is to display the items in the UI. Third step is to style the items with the border and the background color as red. Fourth step is to do the on-click events on each item to turn the red color background to black color background and vice versa. Like clicking it again would uh, turn back the black color to red color. So let's start with the first step. I'll define a function here. I'll say sort items, which takes one argument array. I'm assuming that this array would be of type items. So I'm gonna do the sorted items equal to underscore arr dot sort a comma b a dot id minus b dot id. We get the sorted items, and then now we need to change the items. So before that, if you observe this part, this is a normal variable. This is not a state variable, and we know that in React functional components, we need to make uh, you need to use state variables instead of normal variables to make it stateful components. So let me make a state variable set items. So here interviewer was testing me if I could figure this or not. To make it a test state variable, we need to use the useState hook. So he explicitly wanted to see that if I could if I could make a state variable out of the given array. Okay, so that is where one uh, aspect they are going to check. So here we need to update set items sorted items. This function is declared now. It needs to be called in the use effect, because when a component renders, use effect function will be called based on the dependency that we put here, dependency array. If this array is empty, then the function will only run once, sort items, which takes items as array. Now this is the first step, right? Now coming to the second step, we need to display the data. Let me okay, I'm gonna use map function items dot map item comma index. And guys, please let me know if you guys have uh, doubts in the use effect and use state hooks. I can make a separate dedicated video for each of the hook, in fact. So please let me know in the comments. So going back to the displaying part, I'm going to use a div. I'll put item dot id. So the items are sorted, That's a good thing, right? Okay. Item dot name. Let me put a hyphen. Item dot age. Item dot, what is the other? Salary. Okay. Items, not items. Item. Okay. Now second step is also done. Third step is to do the styling. Let me give a class name. I'll put it as item, and I'll go to styling part dot item background color red. Okay. Border color 2 pixels solid. Yeah, black is fine. Black, PLACK. Okay. I'll give some padding, 10 pixels. Okay. And border radius, let's make some border radius also. Yeah, that looks good. And these are packed together. We need to have a gap. So I'm gonna make the parent component display flex direction column gap 4 pixels, 8 pixels, make 10. Yeah. So the second step is done. Sorry, the third step is done. Now going to the fourth step. On clicking on an item, the background color should turn to black. Okay, we need to have a click event and click event function. So I'm defining a function handle click item console.log item clicked. You know what, I'm gonna take item ID as an argument. I'm assuming that item ID is of type number. Item dot ID. Here I'm gonna print item ID. Okay. So this function would be attached to the on click event of each item, and the argument would be item.id. Okay, let me see there is an error. Each child in a list should have a unique key prop. Okay, I think we missed this part. Key item.id, since id is unique already. Now all these errors, let me reload. Okay, now this sorting part is not working. 1432 14253. Okay, I guess it is because of the reference of an object that we talked about. So here we are passing the items directly, right? And for underscore array we are passing items, and these items will be used for sorting. And The sorted items will have the same reference as of underscore array. Underscore ARR will have the same reference as of items. So the state is not detecting the reference changes. That's why it's not updating. So it would be better if we can use a shallow copy of it, and let me reload it. Yeah, now it is working fine and there are no errors. And let me click on these. So 5 is clicked, 3 is clicked, 2 is clicked. Yeah, so they are working. Let me make a cursor pointer so that it looks good while clicking. Yeah, now we need to change the color based on the item that is clicked. So for that we can take one more state variable const. Let's say selected items, set selected items, use state. Okay, this is empty. This takes an empty array, and I'm assuming that this will hold array of numbers. Item.ids. Now when I click on the item, we can set we can append the item id to the selected items array, right? Dot 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 selected items. I'm doing spread operator here, and item id. So whatever there is previously in selected items, and along with that I'm appending item id. Now what we'll do is, instead of keeping it as keeping this class name as string for each item div element, we'll make it as string literal, so that we can control extra class names that we want to include inside it. So I can check if each item, I can check if this array that we have right here, the selected items, includes the item id or not. If it includes, then we can have a class name called selected item. Okay, now it's so wherever we click on the item, then that item will be passed to the selected items, and this condition will be then triggered to handle the class name insertion. Okay, now it's we need to do the styling. Dot selected item, background color has to be black, and text. Okay, now they are reflecting because I may have clicked these three. So text color could be white, white. So if I click fourth, it is turning black. Yeah, so it says that on clicking on an item, it should turn the background color to black. Now it is working. The fourth part has the second thing. Clicking on the same item again, which is already black, it should turn back to red. Okay, which means we need to, like, when if it is already black, then we need to, and it is clicked, then we need to remove that item id from the selected items. So for that, here we can, let me remove this console log, it's not needed anymore. If selected items, right, selected items, okay, selected items dot includes item ID, then we need to remove it. Else we need to append. Okay, so it's easy. We can do the filter here. Filtered items, selected items dot filter. Let me check. Selected items dot filter. I'll take an arrow function here. Item which is not equal to the item ID. Let me make it as ID, which makes more sense instead of keeping it as item. Okay, now let me reload it. 1 is black, 2 is black, 4 is black. Okay, clicking this is not turning back to red. Selected items dot filter. Okay, we need to update the state also. I forgot that. Set selected items, filtered items. Okay, yeah, now it is working. Yeah, this is the only thing that needs to be solved at the end. So let me know if any other approach that you could follow which is more efficient than this in the comments. And yeah, thank you. I'll also want to say that in this interview the panel was checking if I could make use of the use effect and use state hooks uh, in a clear manner or not, right? And also they wanted to check if we can write a clean code, like keeping the JSX as separate and functionality as separate. So those are the things they are going to check. And also for the styling, they're going to check if everything is asked done or not. Okay, so that is it, guys. Thank you. I'll come up with more interview questions in the next video. Thank you.